What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. That's right, your boy Doody's back from a few days of chilling, relaxing, taking care of RL business. And I'm back, folks. And yes, Doody was supposed to stream today, but I had to cancel because I just got back into town this morning. That's right, Doody parked in his driveway about a half an hour ago. And to be honest, I just didn't have enough time to fire up a stream, so not a big deal. Doody will stream Monday. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll catch up on Pig Roach, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I haven't really been caught up on what's going on in the Vortex. I know it's been a little slow and boring. Kino Casino's on vacation, so let's see what Phil had to say on the daily wrap. So Doody's going into this fresh and clean, have no clue what's been going on, and let's see what Pig Roach had to say. So let's get into it.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 6th of November, 2025. A great streaming day, good variety, great fun, and DSP tries it as well. So let's talk all about what went down today. Pretty good day. So first off today, I opted for no podcast because I wanted to get a lot of gameplay in of a game that people had always talked about over the years and I had never experienced. Possibly one of the worst PlayStation 1 games ever made, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. So we had about a half an hour hangout session, and then we jumped into the game. And let me tell you guys, I mean, I have to think that this Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is accurately representing the game. It's pretty bad, okay? It's pretty bad, and basically, it's got horrible controls. It's got really bad, unfair segments where you have to get in a room. There's an enemy there. Jump, he kicks you out of the air. Jump, he kicks you out of the air. What am I supposed to do? I have to get in the room. So, really difficult bosses that are so overpowered, and it's almost like a puzzle beating them. It's not like a fighting game. It's just interesting that they took the premise of Mortal Kombat, the fighting game, and instead of making a game that plays like a fighting game, they took the elements and turned it into a insanely unfair, difficult platform action game. It even has like, what do you call it? Like puzzle elements, like going around and finding keys and stuff that you would find. That's like Resident Evil and stuff from back in the day. That's kind of how the game is. So, anyway. I played it for around 3.5 hours. We beat the entire first two stages of Wind and Earth, and we're actually in the water stage now. And I'll be honest, I kind of like it, only because it is one of those kind of situations where it's so bad it's good. Since we're playing... Oh, it's an auto resub. It scared me. I was like, how is someone actively subbing now? In this case, because we're playing in this Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, we're able to do quick saves and quick loads. If we weren't able to do that, this game likely would not be playable, meaning it is so difficult and has only limited lives that continues. There's really no way you'd be able to do it. I mean, imagine every time you die, you have to start from the beginning of the stage again or from an established checkpoint, but the checkpoints can be half an hour apart. You're not going to replay half an hour of gameplay every time, you know what I mean? So, yeah, let me put it this way. It was fun, it was wacky, it was rage, but there was laughing. It was like a little bit of absolutely everything. And I definitely think that in this case, this is a game that may be a game people would want to see more of, or maybe not. I'm not sure. Basically, we did hit the goal. We got support, and it looked like people did like it, so maybe people would want it again. When we hit that goal, it then allowed me to do DSP Tries It, Jollibee for the second time. This is the second time this year we're doing Jollibee. The first time we did Jollibee months ago.
No one cares about Jollibee, and I'm pretty sure the idiot's mispronouncing it. But anyway, I really don't care. Yeah, I did catch that part of the segment, and I did clip it, but I'll be honest, I really wasn't paying attention. I did see, though, that he sucked. He's terrible, just like every other game. He just makes the playthrough so unbearable. It really is, and I don't understand why. I mean, it's just like he doesn't learn. Like, he'll play a segment of the game, continuously die over and over again, doesn't change his approach, just keeps going and do it. It's like he keeps banging his head on the wall, figuring, all right, this time it'll work. This time it'll work. And it just doesn't. It makes the game so boring. I don't understand why he couldn't beat the game on a 4-hour stint. I mean, come on, Phil. And as it relates to the goal, yeah, he hit it. But you know how he hit it? Of course, the fake anonymous tip. That's right. Fake anonymous tip came in to save the day because, of course, Fat Cat didn't feel like cooking and Phil didn't feel like eating the cooking, air quotes. And we know this is all bullshit. Nobody's cooking for Phil. Cooking for Phil nowadays is him popping shit in the microwave because we all know that Cat's God. So he just wanted an excuse to order DoorDash. That's what it is. And he wanted to have the excuse to create more content with the feasting with the pig, and that's exactly what happened here. I mean, I wish he would just be more honest. You know what I mean? Like, just say, look, I order DoorDash every day now, right? I wanted a valid work excuse to order DoorDash, right? So that I can eat like a pig, and then write it off as a write-off because it's a business expense, right? And also, it'll give me another video where I can add another 300 views to my monthly totals and get 23 cents in ad revenue, right? Instead of being honest like that, you know, he has to come up with some elaborate bullshit. He has to wrap his wife into his content, and then he gets upset when people make fun of him and his wife. Like, the chat was hilarious. If you watch the clip that I made and him going on about, oh, my wife needs to know because, you know, she doesn't feel like cooking and all this nonsense. And people are like, dude, we all know your wife's not there. We all know that fake Tip Anonymous is going to come in to save the day. And then when people do that, you get furious with them and then you lash out. You see how the cycle works, Phil? And that's why when you complain about not giving, or you say you're not going to give detractors content, you know, you're going to start, it's never going to happen because your actions always lead to meltdowns, you getting upset, and us getting clips so that we can farm it and make fun of you. Honestly, that's what it is. You got so desperate yesterday that you had to bring out my wife. My wife had a hard day's of work, and she needs to know whether, you know, we're going to hit the goal. He literally, oh my God, this is what he said. He said that my wife's been watching, and she noticed that not too many people enjoyed the game and weren't supporting, so she was worried that he won't hit the goal, and they'll be able to get Jollibees. Really, Phil? Really, Phil? I thought you told us that your wife doesn't watch your content. So now, all of a sudden, on a random Thursday afternoon, she's going to fire up one of your streams to see if you actually hit a goal so that you guys can have DoorDash. You literally want the internet to believe that. No one believes that, Phil. It's full of shit, brother. You don't need... And again, Phil, if you want to order DoorDash, just fucking order DoorDash. Why are you so concerned about your trolls and detractors making fun of you that you order DoorDash every day? Good Jesus, man. The reason is, too, is he doesn't want his dents to say, hey, man, you know, you're always begging us for money. And what are you doing with that money? You're spending it on fucking $80 orders of DoorDash every single day? What the fuck? That's the reason. That's the real reason why he doesn't want people knowing that he orders DoorDash every single day of the week. Multiple times a day. That's the true reason why. So, yeah, let's keep going. Let's see what else he has to say here.
I was shocked at how good it was. I was like, the quality is outstanding. Compared to the other fast food in my area, anything. Like Burger King, McDonald's, Popeyes, Wendy's. It's better. So, today, I got a variety of stuff again. I got a new burger. I got the chicken. I got a new noodle dish that's supposed to be very authentic Filipino. And I got a dessert pie. And I got some flavored rice as a side. I was blown away. Now, I don't want to spoil, but I'm just going to say one of the items that I had is literally the best of that kind of food that I've eaten in the entire year. It's actually the best of everything I've had on DSP Tries It of that in 2025. So if you want to see what Jollibee has that's the best, check out the video. It's live right now over on DSP Reacts. That's at DSP Reacts on YouTube. It's the featured video on the channel. I think you'll really enjoy it. It was a great episode of DSP Tries It, The Return to Jollibee. Okay? So the first stream, we hit a goal. We have a great time. We enjoy a so bad it's good style game, and we do DSP Tries It, 2 thumbs up. Second stream tonight was the return of Tormented Souls. Now, originally we were supposed to do Tormented Souls yesterday, but we all know what happened if you saw the Daily Wrap or the stream last night, the big debacle with my healthcare and nonsense. I couldn't do it. I wasted too much time, essentially. So, what I ended up doing was having it tonight as kind of a makeup session, but admittedly, it was a slow start because, dude, I was trying to remember what we were doing last time, and I was confused. The viewers were helping me, thankfully, to remember, here's where you are, here's what you're trying to do. Had a good time, good progress. Basically, we did almost the entirety of the fish processing plant tonight. Lots of challenge, enemies. I got a new weapon, we haven't used it yet. Damn, a lot of enemies, and we had to use a lot of ammo tonight. And some interesting mind-numbing, head-scratching puzzles. It was fun, but it was challenging. Now, here's how it went. First hour, we raised about $50 of support. Second hour, we're getting almost no support, and then with like a half an hour left, someone came by who really likes survival horror, and they dropped a $100 tip. So we hit the goal. But I really don't want to be hitting the goal like that where one person comes by and does this ginormous contribution, and that's really the reason why we hit the goal. Can't really depend on that every time. In fact, last time that we had played this game last week, that person couldn't make that stream. We didn't hit the goal. Then They came out the next day and said, hey, I love it. I'm going to support it now. And I did say, okay, let's count it towards it. But I don't want to be really dependent on that every time. Tormented Souls 2 is a game that plays like classic survival horror. Think Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. That's exactly the style of game it is. Now, there's modernizations like the lighting and the graphics. The actual combat has auto-aiming. It's much better than the style of those original games where it was like tank controls and stuff. But it really is an homage to the classics. If you like those games, I really would hope that you guys would actually come by and engage and support with this playthrough, or even watch it after the fact and maybe throw us like a super thanks, or if you like it, maybe come by and do a tip after and be like, hey, this is for Tormented Souls 2. It does suck because we started tonight with more viewers. It dwindled by the end. I could tell that in general, the modern audience doesn't like the classics as much, and therefore it doesn't translate well into this game, which plays like the classics, right? Particularly, a lot of people do not like the fixed camera angles and the difficulty of the puzzles. They would more prefer action-based, third-person or first-person, amazing graphics, lots of combat. You know what I mean? This game doesn't have that. It's more slow-paced. It's supposed to be. So anyway, listen, I had a great time. We made great progress. I'm being told we're probably around halfway through the game at this point. So I want to play it more next week. But I do hope that now people will show up, engage, and support outside of this one person who dropped a bomb tonight. I don't want it to always be about that one person showing up. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that'll happen next week. Now, here's the thing. I had planned on doing more Tormented Souls 2 this week. It didn't work out.
All right, Phil, no one gives a shit. Good God, man. Good God. All right, now, literally, he's doing a dent audit. That's right. He's doing a financial dent audit, and he's upset that only one person saved the stream. One person came in and dropped $100, and that was the only reason why he hit the goal. Phil, every one of your streams is this exact way. Yesterday, it was a fake anonymous tip on the first stream for $60, I think it was, that made you hit the goal, and you walked away with $150. The same thing in the night stream. It's just so cool. It's just a fucking coincidence, isn't it, Phil? That one person, you know, that no one knows who the fuck these people are, come out of nowhere and drop support. Now that tells me something. When I see that and I see it happening multiple times, I believe that Phil's lying. Phil's just lying. He's making up shit just because he wants to continue pushing the narrative that he's a successful business owner. That's all this is. And he doesn't want to give, of course, detractors a W. That's what it is. He was worried that Doody was watching last night, which I wasn't. Doody was watching last night, and if he didn't hit the goal, he was going to make a video saying that he was going to wage quit the game and so on. You see how pathetic this man is? The man lives and hangs by the very words and thoughts of detractors. Every single action this motherfucker does, he has to contemplate like an hour thinking about how is this going to impact the vortex and his detractors. That's probably the reason why he takes forever to make a decision when he was talking with PPP and Keemstar and all that about content, is because he needed a day or two to process what they were asking him and figure out how this was impacting his detractors, brother. How sad and pathetic are you, Phil? Really, brother? Really, man? How sad and pathetic are you that you want to live your life this way and that you can't help it and you're all consumed by your detractors, man? So much so that you have to lie to people and try to convince people that you're successful, and all of these random dents out of nowhere come out and drop this money because they like you. And then have the nerve to sit there and bitch and complain how you get your support. You should be happy if it's true. If it's true that this person, you know, this one person comes out every stream and drops some support, you should be fucking on your hands and knees thanking the maker, saying, well, I thank you, because if it wasn't that, brother, your streams would be sad and pathetic. I mean, they're sad and pathetic now, but you'll be sad, pathetic, and broke, which I think you are broke. You're just lying here anyway, just to self-soothe. Yeah, it's all just kabuki theater where Phil just wants people to believe something, a narrative, and we all know it just isn't true, because if it was true, you wouldn't have to stream 6 days a week, you wouldn't have to be perpetually online, you wouldn't have to try to find drama content to, you know, to continue your boring ass streams, you wouldn't have to sit here and bitch on your daily rap that only one person supported, and you can't rely on just one person on every stream coming out. Bro, that has been your MO for years, man, and nothing's changing. And of course, it just goes back to the belief that you're fake tipping yourself just to hit these goals so that you can have an excuse to order DoorDash, have more content, and stuff your fat face. Anyway, folks, I'm done. I'm done. I went too long here anyway, but whatever. I'm glad I covered these two pathetic ass segments. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.